Buzz, obviously, your team's hallmark is defense. Just how did you think it affected South Carolina's offense from the tip tonight?
I think them playing without 10 changes the complexion of their team. He's a hard guard. He plays really hard. He's tough. He can attack you from the perimeter. I think he was third on their team in shot attempts in SEC play. And then he does a really good job on the glass. So the first thing I would say is their team's a little different without 10. I think our staff has done a really good job through the first 2 weeks in SEC play of taking the core of what we do defensively and then specific to the opponent, what tweaks do we need to make? Devin Johnson is our defensive coordinator, and he's been superb in those adjustments. But I also think that our guys should get some credit because those adjustments in real time when it's not the core of what you do, in order to win in this league, you got to be on point. And I think our guys have been able to be consistent in their practice reps. And those adjustments and those reps combined have really, I think it's helped.
Buzz, I know every situation is different, but you've taken over programs before and tried to kind of build them back up. What are some of the challenges, especially in college basketball now, and kind of what have you seen from Lamont in his first season in the film you've been able to watch?
Well, I've known Coach for a long time. Obviously, when I was at Marquette, he was at Wisconsin. He's one of the better human beings employed in college coaching of any sport, and he'll do a fabulous job here. I think the model of college athletics has changed, not because of men's basketball, just in general. And because I've done it at 4 different places, and I don't mean that arrogantly, I'm very empathetic to how lonely the job is, particularly the first 730 days. It's hard because just like what Coach Beamer has been through here, well, I don't know anybody. Well, I need to get to know the community. We need to upgrade our roster. Well, we need to establish how we're going to play. Well, I need to hire the right staff. Well, I also need to get my family here and find a place to live. And there's a lot of adjustments emotionally with my children. There's just so many factors that the public is probably aware of, but because we're judged based on the scoreboard, it's just hard. And I could talk about that. I could help you write a book about that. It's hard. And Scott is one of the better strength coaches in the country, if not the best. I worked with Tim Buckley as an assistant for 6 months at Marquette. He may be one of the best strategists that fulfills an assistant coaching role in the country. I know Coach brought 2 guys with him, I think, from UTC. So I think that it's good that he has some continuity on his staff. Obviously, number 23 was the number 1 player in the country who bumped up a class, who has a heavy burden every day. Number 5 is a hard guard who's played at a high level and is now probably counted on to do more than he's ever done. Number 10, that's why he's so important to their team, because I would say from a minute standpoint, he has more Division I minutes experience than anybody on their roster. It's just so volatile, right? Your roster and all of the changes. So there's so many factors that you don't just see on game day.
Yeah. Apart from South Carolina being down 1 player, what led to such a lopsided margin for you guys on the glass?
I think that's one thing that we've tried to do, and it's we're gaining a little traction in it. We were so inconsistent on the glass in non-conference on both sides, and we've tried to treat it at the same priority level as offense or defense in regards to how we practice it, in regards to the tape that we show, in regards to the emphasis. It's not our identity, but it's beginning to be a part of who we are. not just on the defensive glass, but on the offensive glass as well. And I think through 4 games, I think if there was one thing that I would speak to that's helped us be consistent over the last 2 weeks, it would be the presence that we've had on both sides of the ball on the glass. Thank you, guys.